Now to this story, the big tensions easing now in South Korea. It's been a turbulent 24 hours, the country's president declaring martial law. He has since backed down from that. The president cited alleged North Korean sympathizers in the country's opposition party as his chief motivation. His initial declaration came at night there, but within a few hours, South Korean lawmakers rushed into the parliament in the capital city of Seoul to vote to end martial law, something that they have the power to do there. Now, they had to climb barricades and confront the country's military to get into parliament, but they ultimately passed that measure unanimously. Leaders in Washington say they weren't warned about their close allies' plans.
It is our hope and our expectation that any political dispute be resolved peacefully and in accordance with the rule of law. We have no higher priority than the safety and security of our citizens.
Now, since the South Korean president, Yoon Suk-yeol, has withdrawn the military, saying he plans to meet with his cabinet as labor unions threaten to strike if he doesn't resign now. This all comes just over 2 months after a trip Utah leaders made to South Korea, hoping to strengthen ties between that country and Utah business. The World Trade Center of Utah is asking business leaders with investments there to keep calm.
My advice to investors is just to take a big breath and, be patient as world events unfold. This is the 10th largest economy in the world. They are an important partner. They're one of the largest foreign direct investors in the United States.
Now, WTC Utah says they've been in touch with their colleagues in South Korea today. They feel safe and they're sure things will be back to normal soon, they say. But for some people, business wasn't the first thing that came to mind. A local city councilman tells us it was a scary morning for the Korean American community.
It was interesting waking up this morning to that shocking news of martial law in South Korea. Ended up getting a ton of messages, friends here locally asking what's going on, connecting with family, and also connecting with other elected officials throughout the United States. It's hard for us to understand politics of what's happening on the other side of the world, but more than anything, we're just wishing them safety and peace.
Now, Holton's mother is from South Korea. His father was stationed there for some time. He worked to make Cottonwood Heights a sister city with Incheon, South Korea. That's where the University of Utah's Asia campus is. In reaction to the unrest, they sent us a statement that reads in part, "Our highest priority is the safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff, and we will make decisions that reflect this commitment."